Welcome back everyone, hope you're having an awesome day, and today we're going to soar to new heights as we do our Skyla Swanna sync build guide. We're going to go through her kit, we're going to go through how to unlock and max her out, we're going to go through a couple of sync grid guides for her as well, and just how to use her and get the best use out of her. If you like, timestamps down below. Without further ado, let's get ready for liftoff, and let's get into it. So how do we unlock her? Well, it's actually quite simple. We go to the main story, we go to the PML arc, and we go all the way down chapter 5 here, where we've got Skyla in the photo. And as you see, once we finish the last mission, we unlock a 3-star Skyla and Swanna. Don't have to evolve her or anything, just unlock her, call it a day. In terms of maxing out her move level, the best way to do it is to just use the 3-star support candies. You get a lot of them through the events in Pokemon Masters. You'll be swimming in them in no time, so just use them whenever you get them and get her to at least 3 out of 5 so you can unlock her full sync grid and get all the good bonuses there. She has a flying support unit, so anything that ups her health is going to be pretty handy to have. Flying, Unova, Gym Leader, and Town, and also a unique tag here, Unova Gym Besties, which is specifically reserved for your Skyla Swanna and your Signa Suit Elisa and Rotom. So if you have both of those units, throw them on, a little bit of extra health, which will be nice. And you'll see with her kit, there's a reason we call her Nurse Skyla. She's really good at healing, especially considering she's a free-to-play unit. So getting her up and running as soon as possible is going to help you beat most of the stuff in the game. So first off, we've got Gust, which is just a single target, 1-bar move. It's just essentially your spam move. This is what I highly recommend just using. Just spamming it out. It's a 1-bar move, lowers the sync move down. That's all you really kind of need. Potion will restore an ally's health by 40% of its max health, and you can get things like Master Healer to make this a little bit more. But for the most part, you get 2 extra heals, which is nice just to keep everyone nice and healthy. Flight will raise the defense and speed of all allied sync pairs by 2 stat ranks, so a +4 defense and plus speed at just base, which is really nice at A, keeping everyone nice and tanky, and B, getting a little bit of extra speed to make sure you can spam out your moves. And lastly, Aerial Ace. It's just a physical single target. It's 2-bar move, so it's not too bad. It's not as effective as Gust in my opinion, but it will never miss. So if you want to hit them and you need to hit them specifically, you can use this to make sure you can never miss, and it will just hit one target, which is nice. And for a sync move, High Flying Sky Attack, it is a physical single target sync move here. It's only support 1, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, but the bonus here, I didn't actually know, the more your speed is raised, the greater the power of this attack, because you can up your speed with Take Flight. Getting that extra damage output isn't too bad, but the real cherry on top is when you get her 6-star EX. When you use her sync move for the first time, you're going to get that double sync move buff, which is going to help boost up all your damage and pump those damage numbers sky high. For a passive skill, nice and simple, she only has 1. It's haste. Her speed cannot be lowered. It's nice. It just makes sure that you can keep the move gauge coming back with your Take Flight bonuses there. On top of that, the extra damage on your sync move, I suppose you don't want to lose out on damage if you're using her for that. And for a lucky skill, I highly recommend Vigilance. Not getting hit by critical hits is going to help you a lot in this game, and considering I usually use her as the main tank, the first unit the enemy is going to hit, I really don't want to get hit by those crits. I want that damage mitigation to keep her in the fight a little bit longer. I'm not aware if she has her own specific lucky cookie, but even then, there's not really a lot of things I would want there instead. Vigilance is probably the way to go. And for our sync grids, there are a couple of ways you can build her, but there's only one real way to run her, and that's the Nurse Skyla build here, focusing on Potion and being the best support she can be. First off, we've got a Potion MP refresh, which will give you a 30% chance to give you 1 Potion MP back, which means you can keep that healing train going. Master Healer, she actually has 2 nodes here, which is 10% per node, so 20% extra healing, 60% in total, not too bad if you get hit with a big move. Keep everyone nice and stocked. If you have Endure on a unit as well, can come in pretty handy. But really, we want to get to this second Potion MP refresh node here. The reason for that is 2 things are going to happen. A, you can either have 2 30% chances to get 1 MP back, which is not too bad, or if you're really lucky, you can actually get 2 MP back with 1 use of Potion. If you're on your last Potion, get those 2 back and really keep that healing train going. Take Flight MP refresh, really it's just here for the extra speed and getting to the last note here, but the extra speed is nice and the extra defense is good if you're fighting a physical unit, but really the speed is pretty much all you want it there for. And Gust Staggering, a 20% chance to make the target flinch whenever you use Gust on an enemy, could help you flinch a unit, get another cycle in, get a sync move out a little bit earlier, which should be helpful. Considering it's a 1-bar move, you don't really need the MP refresh and you get the extra speed. Gust Staggering is definitely the way to go. And if you need her to deal some damage, then you can kind of use her as like a physical sync nuke unit, but I highly recommend just putting her in the Trainer Lodge, getting her to 100 Friendship, and then getting your Skyla on Pheasant and maxing that out, because it's going to do a lot more damage for you, and it's a dedicated striker, so it's really going to hit a lot harder than this unit will. First off, we've got our Take Flight MP refresh, just mainly so we can get that extra speed. Remember, our sync move is going to do a lot more damage the more our speed is raised, so maxing that out is going to be pretty helpful. And also, we've got Fanfare 2. It's going to raise the attack of all allied sync pairs by 2 whenever we use our sync move, so as we keep using our sync move, everyone's attack is going to slowly get raised. a little bit of extra damage. Remember, our sync move is physical damage as well. Sync move damage bonuses for obvious reasons. Aerial Ace move gauge refresh, really just because I want to utilize different aspects of her kit. We use Gust in the first build. If you want to throw Gust staggering, could work out as well. But because we're going to be upping our attack with Fanfare, getting some extra damage with Aerial Ace, never a bad idea. Also, worst case, if they lower your accuracy or they raise their evasion, you're always going to be hitting them anyway. And lastly, Potion MP refresh. She's still a support unit at the end of the day, so getting that potion when you need it in dire straits I think is very handy. If you've got healing all sorted or you don't need it, you want her to be pure DPS for whatever reason, then definitely get rid of that node and come down here and try and get ramming speed. The more your speed is raised, the more it's going to power up your moves. It's basically your sync move bonus that you have, but for your main moves. Aerial Ace will do a lot more moves. You're going to be maxing out your speed anyway. Going to come in pretty handy. And that's it for our Skyla and Swanna sync grid guide. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know down below if I've missed any builds or anything like that. I don't think I have. All the grids are pretty self-contained. If you want to build her as like a support unit, they're all kind of together. If you want to build her as an offensive unit, they're all kind of together as well. Kind of easy to understand, easy to wrap your head around. She's probably one of the best supports in the game, considering she's also free to play. You get a 3 out of 5, get the extra healing, get the extra defense, extra speed, she can tank pretty well, and she's a support unit for the double sync buff. What more can you want? If you don't have a 6-star EX, you need to do it right away. But until then, have an awesome one all, and I'll see you in the next one.